Hey, so as I was writing the script for my next review, it's Warcraft 3 by the way, something incredible happened. EA put out a new Battle Royale game by the guys who made Titanfall called Apex Legends. Now, the incredible thing isn't that EA released another Battle Royale. Frankly, we can all expect that given how creatively bankrupt they've become. No, the real amazing thing is that it's actually good. Now, if no one has ever heard of Respawn Entertainment, they're a developer that has put out the fantastic 2 Titanfall games.
That pilot is of no threat to you.
They're ex-Infinity Ward developers that used to make Call of Duty games back when Call of Duty games were fun. Thankfully, they've since left Activision after they got screwed out of their bonuses, and by God, I'm happy that they did, because they've come into the Battle Royale space and bitch-slapped games like Fortnite and PUBG by showing them just how a developer really makes a game.
This is where it ends.
I'm not going to mince words here. Games are incredibly hard to develop, but the state in which most Battle Royales have been released is honestly fucking pathetic. And the fact that PUBG still plays like a janky mess years after release is completely unacceptable, and they deserve to be left behind. There's really no better evidence for this than the reception that Apex Legends has received from the community. Now, we're talking about a game that's published by EA, which is usually a death sentence, but that just goes to show how optimization, good netcode, and stable servers can actually make your game fun. Now, instead of just continuing on this rant, I instead want to talk about the things that Apex Legends does right, and hopefully this will get you to play the game. If there was ever a developer that deserved your support based entirely on the quality of products that they've released, it's Respawn Entertainment. Now, normally when you drop into a Battle Royale, you need to communicate perfectly. You need to sync up your watches and drop at the exact same millisecond as the rest of your squad. If you don't, you end up stranded out in Guam and getting shot in the back. What if, instead of that system, there was a better one? One where a single player, you might call them a flight master, was able to automatically guide the other 2 squad members down to the same shared location. Well, that's exactly what Apex Legends does, and it's fucking fantastic. No longer do I have to worry about getting separated or having to come from behind just to res my teammate because he didn't pitch his jump the exact same way that I did. Instead, you all come down like synchronized swimmers. Now, of course, if you want to drop solo, you can, but you really have no excuse if you end up dying 400 kilometers away, and your team won't really feel bad about leaving your corpse behind. Now, once you get into the game, you don't have to worry about finagling with different types of gear by reading the different types of tooltips while you try not to get shot. Instead, the gear system is just smart enough to automatically know if something is an upgrade or not. For example, if you have blue armor and click the use key on a set of white armor, it won't let you do it unless you long press the use key. Again, this is just baffling to me that it's taken 5 years of Battle Royales for a developer to finally figure this out. Even better is that squads can now communicate with an actually intelligent ping system that tells you where and what an item is as soon as it's pinged, and this includes enemies on the map as well. So instead of saying some esoteric place on the map like Southwest, you can immediately tell where you're getting shot from. And I can go on. When you die in other Battle Royales, you just have to sit back with your thumb up your ass watching your team get shredded. In Apex Legends, the banner system means that you can be revived even after you're downed, and when you're fully downed, you can ping the nearest spawn station so that you still have some skin in the game. This is also done really well too because you don't spawn with any of your gear, so these spawns can cause some real underdog scenarios where you have to come from behind, and this also means that one guy can't just respawn his entire team at the very end of the match and destroy as if his teammates had never died. Another key departure that Apex Legends makes when it comes to the regular formula of Battle Royales is the introduction of Legends, which are essentially heroes from Overwatch, that feel really unique with a variety of abilities that synthesize in different ways with your teammates. Apart from just being fun additions to the whole Battle Royale formula, this really raises the skill ceiling, as players that don't make use of their special abilities will almost always be at a disadvantage. I mean, if you have a good Bloodhound on your team that communicates information to the rest of the team, it really ends up feeling like you have map hack. And the same goes for a good Bangalore that can use your smokes to get your team out of sticky situations. It all ends up feeling really dynamic in a way that Battle Royales haven't. And the idea that more Legends will be introduced really makes me excited to see what Respawn comes up with in the future. It helps that these Legends all also have charming voice actors that make you really like them. I mean, how can you listen to Pathfinder state how he murdered 4 people in this matter-of-fact tone and not love the guy?
You tried, and that's all that matters. Also winning.
By far though, the most important and unfortunately least spoken about feature of Apex Legends is just how well its servers perform. The netcode is actually so stable that bullets go where you aim them, and there isn't horrible desync that plagues every other match. PUBG. If you're ever wondering why you're a dead game, just compare how gunplay felt in your game compared to Apex Legends, and I think you'll find your answer. It's kind of sad how much of an achievement it is that an FPS Battle Royale plays like any other FPS, but I guess we're finally here. We made it, guys. Now, I could go more into depth about the game and its systems, and maybe I will later on, but the long and short of it is that Apex Legends finally makes good on the promise of Battle Royales by achieving what the genre originally promised. It's an FPS game with tight controls and exhilarating gameplay where you face off against the odds. The subtle improvements they made to the formula end up feeling revolutionary because other studios have just rested on their laurels for too long, and frankly, I can't wait for Apex to eat their lunch.